Previously on Dances with Dice. When last we left our heroes, Eisen, the half-elf cleric, Karma, the tiefling wizard, and Emiria, the elven monk. Our heroes gathered and dealt with things about the city of Neverwinter in further preparations for their battle against the oncoming legion. Now, as they laid their heads to rest, our hero Eisen remembers that Mikail, the evil fallen Azamar that they've run into multiple times, had a negotiation of sorts waiting for them. What new dangers awaits our heroes this week on Dances with Dice?
All right, Eisen, you awake in a familiar white space. You're sitting at the table naturally this time. You didn't have to walk in through the front door. Nothing has changed since the last time you were here. You see Mikail sitting across the large, ornate table in front of you. He has a inscrutable smile on his face, and he looks at you and he's like, "Well, buddy, it's been a week. I know you've had time to ponder and think and all those fun things, so you gonna give me what I want?"
In what universe did you ever think that was going to happen?
The universe in which I answer all of your little questions about it. Because you can't read it. Well, not the fun parts. But I can. So let's not fuck around. I know that you're curious. I know that you're frustrated. I know that you're fucking annoyed. But all the little things that you're unaware of. And I can even promise you this. I'm not even going to do anything bad with it. I'm actually going to do something incredible with it. I'm going to right the greatest wrong that was done to all of us. Come on. You know you're curious.
And what would that be?
Oh, no, I don't give away the candy for free just because you're here for the store opening. You gotta give me a little something too, buddy.
Can I make an insight check on him?
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
16 plus 7.
23?
Yeah.
23? He is not lying to you. But you are keenly aware that what he's saying is something that he believes deep in his soul, every single word he's saying. Doesn't necessarily make it true, though. But he is not lying to you.
We all know that a lot of people believe their own bullshit. Doesn't mean that it's not still bullshit.
Remind me the terms of what happens if I give this to you.
Well, other than all the good things that are going to happen for you regardless. But I will give you your boyfriend back, body and soul, once again, whole and complete, and I'll even do you one better. Put a little nice lock and key in his brain. It'll lock away all the bad memories of everything I've done. It'll be like he woke up 5 minutes after you last saw him.
In the army.
Oh, I don't give two shits about the Legion. They're a means to an end, my guy. I don't necessarily control if they're going to stop. But let's say I could pull a few strings.
Not enough.
You're certainly charming to a certain group of people. I am not one of them. This is not a negotiation. You either accept and enjoy what I'm offering to you, or the inevitable still happens, and I will walk over your corpses to take what is mine. I get what I want either way.
Well, you see, that's still under debate, and the fact that you're even saying that to me makes me a little bit even more reserved about trusting any vile piece of shit that comes out of your mouth. So how about you just cut with the shit and you come get your book, if you can. Oh, wait, it's not your book. It's ours, and... Oh, and I'm sure that hurts. Whatever, I don't really care anymore. Just... Can I just leave? Where's the door? I'd like to go now.
You like kind of look around and you turn around. You see is like the room is now, the space is now empty. It's just that white space. All that's left is the table. It's like, oh no. This is my playpen, son. Now I can't kill you in here, but I can make sure you don't enjoy yourself. I'll leave you with this.
All I imagine is the gif in my head right now of Cusco about to go over the rocks, and he's just like,
Bring it on.
bring it on. Sharp rocks at the bottom? Most likely. Eisen's kind of just, he's numb to his shit at this point, and he's just like, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, and I just don't care anymore.
You don't know what I find so intriguing about you, Eisen. You and your little posse of do-gooder extraordinaires. In the back of your mind, nibbles at you while you sleep. You have to know, on some level, you're not of this world. You have to have some inkling of an idea that you're something more. Evidence to the contrary. Evidence having presented itself across however long we've been doing this dance. So tell me, for I sent you on your merry way, what fucking binds you here? You have to know on some cosmic level there's something more beyond this for you. Why do you care about these insects?
You know, you'll never get it. Because you'll never allow yourself to understand what it's like to care. And that's why I pity you. Because you'll never have anyone or anything but yourself. And that gets to be really lonely. And I know you don't want my pity. And I know you're like, oh, I'm a big bad god. Whatever the fuck you are, I don't care. Whatever I am, maybe I'll find out one day. Maybe I won't. But I don't need you to tell me what I am or where I come from, wherever the hell it is, because because in the end, it doesn't matter. And I'd rather enjoy the journey and enjoy the people that I journey with.
You watch as, especially when you say you've never cared for anyone or anything, you watch a in his cheek, and you recognize
like in Lord of the Rings.
you recognize that same. It's because you've seen Tony cry as well, and you see like that. It's like the gold streak running down his cheek. And he reaches up and he wipes it away and is like, what is truly heartbreaking in all of this is that I am doing all of this for the people I care about. I don't need your pity. But very soon, I will have your gratitude. And he snaps his fingers, and you wake up in your bed. It's about 3-4 a.m. You have not yet completed a long rest, but you can hear his words just echoing in your head as you kind of lay there as just the first tendrils of early morning light start to break over the horizon through your window.
Well, that was interesting. I wonder what he thinks he cares about. The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
That is true. That is true. Are you just going to go back to sleep to complete your long rest, or are you going to get up and accept the consequences?
I'm going to attempt to go back to sleep.
All right. You're able to go back to sleep without much issue. You wake up a couple hours later, 6, 7 in the morning. Long rest completed. Health restored, spell slots restored. And all of you are able to start your day. But before all of that, Amiria, how early do you wake up? Generally,
probably sunrise-ish.
Okay, so between 5:30 and 6. Okay. What, Hannah?
Just real quick, slight retcon. Karma never went to sleep. Karma was attuning to her staff power.
Okay,
she needs to do that for 24 hours. She needs 24 hours to do it. So
okay,
when she got home after she read the letter, she immediately started doing the attuning process.
Okay, so you will have a point of exhaustion then.
Cool.
What does that do?
1 level of exhaustion. You have disadvantage on all ability checks. Amiria.
Yes.
Please roll me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Draft's trying to slip into those sheets.
Draft is not that ballsy.
19.
19. You hear... Excuse me.
Oh, no, Django.
I hear coughing.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear a very deep cough. You hear, like, just, like, outside your door, you hear, like, the soft, like, creak of the floorboards, and then, like, kind of like the soft, like, padding of feet walking away from your door.
Alright, I'll get up and check.
All right. As you open your door, in a very, like, in a fairly, like, kind of, like, plain, but like intricately carved sort of vase, like it has a lot of like interesting texture on it. You see a full bouquet of those metal, like kind of like those like metal encased orchids. Each of them a different color, so like some of them are copper, some are like gold, some are platinum tinged, silver tinged. So it's a full 11 of these orchids. All preserved and suspended in like this like metallic sort of coating. If you've ever seen like those like forever roses, like online all the time, it kind of looks like that, but orchids.
Okay, sweet.
And then there's another like small note wrapped around it, and in this note just says tonight ?
I look around the hallway. Is she still there?
You hear the creaking. You hear the very fast, like pitter patter of like feet on stairs as it sounds like she's run back up to her tower. She has so much courage. She expends courage like key points. She only has so many per day that she can use.
The game.
And at this point, it's like 2.
Yeah, exactly. She does not have a lot.
Alright, I will respond to this later today.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just move the flowers into my room and go back to... Well, I had just woken up, huh?
Yeah,
So
whatever it is that you do in the morning. So that is whatever it is that Emiria does in the morning.
Some good old-fashioned monk shit.
Some good old-fashioned monk shit. The all-encompassing catch-all.
Hell yeah.
The morning progresses. All of you guys are able to come out and have some breakfast. Barry is there, making mimosas and Bloody Marys for those who so desire. And Tony comes in in the morning, looks directly at you, Eisen, says, "Big man, so how did your nighttime conversation go?"
I made him cry.
Tony is like legitimately taken aback at that. It's like, cry how? Like, you made fun of him, you called his mother unspeakable name. Like,
Honestly, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't care. But, apparently he cares about something. And it's what he's doing all of this for.
roll an insight check on Tony.
13, right?
13. All right, let me grab Tony's character sheet.
Jeez.
Fuck are you, Tony?
The
There you
lowest roll of the day.
Yeah, you finally rolled below a 10.
Yeah.
Wow, Tony, you suck. You see genuine confusion on Tony's face. And you can kind of see, like, and almost anyone can see this, is like it's very difficult for him to even like wrap his mind around the idea of Mikail being sad about anything. But it's on a deeper level than just, this guy's an asshole, he doesn't have feelings. It's like it almost feels like it's like at the core of Tony's being, it matters that Mikail actually shed tears.
I'm honestly not sure what he could possibly care about. But he does.
Everybody roll a religion check, please.
Let me get my dice.
Everybody can roll a religion check.
8.
8.
I think I got like.
Do I have a plus to that?
I got a 12.
Oh, I have a plus 5. 17 plus 5.
17 plus 5. Okay.
I got a 12.
Hannah, you gotta have the mic facing you.
So 22.
I got a 12.
Okay. Karma and Amiria, it's like you can like it has something to do. You can tell it has something to do with the fact that Tony is an Azamar, but you don't know too much about that to really know. Eisen, I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering this correctly, I think Eisen, you had tried to do some research about Azamar at some point, so it would make sense that you would know this. Azamar as a whole, especially since the locking of the divine gate and the closing off of the gods to mortality, Azamar only shed tears over their own brothers and sisters, so fellow Azamar. And so the fact that...
So that's why it's kind of perplexing Tony, because he's like, he cares about others like himself.
Yeah, and more in the sense of that, especially because in terms of a conversation with you, he's shedding tears. That's what's confusing Tony.
Huh.
So it's like it bugs Tony to that level because Azamar. Okay, it's not that Azamar can't shed tears, but they only care so deeply about something that they are that tied to, and usually it's like on that angelic familial level. Because all Azamar are related on that celestial nature.
Oh,
Well, he did mention that. I think we've all been kind of juggling, tiptoeing around. I don't know, but we've got some sort of weird relationship with whatever is happening celestially. People keep calling us children, brothers, sisters. Didn't when we first meet Mikail, he referred to us as such?
You guys would, yes,
Yeah.
You would remember that. He did.
I guess so. But
He flat out told me that I don't think he meant, I don't know whether he meant to give this information or not, that we're not necessarily of this world. And I don't know what that necessarily means. Tony, you might know more.
Karma frowns. Well, whatever it is, it's a lie, obviously, because
He wasn't lying.
it has to. I know who my parents are. I have.
So do I.
Yeah. So then he's delusional. And he's projecting on us or something, or he thinks something that's not true.
He obviously believes it.
Whatever it
I
is.
know that.
Maybe we just look like people he knows or something. I don't know. And so he's projecting, thinking that we are those people, but we're not.
The things we can't see, the things or read. I don't know what's going on. But I told him to fuck off.
Good.
Well, that's a positive, at least. Look, I can't tell you what is or is not going on, but I can tell you this. If Azamar as a whole, we care deeply and passionately about a few things. Whatever it is Mikail is after with that book, or what he wants to do with that book, it's gonna be huge, whether good or bad. Whether good or bad, well, we kind of know his MO.
I don't trust anything he says. Though he believes he thinks he's going to do something good with it. But good for him, I don't think is good for the world.
Good is a matter of perspective. He looks over at you, Amiria, and is like, new girl. You're the neutral observer in all of this. What does this strike you as?
Insanity.
Fair point. And he walks over to the bar, grabs a mimosa, and just downs it. Look, he turns back to all of you. All we can do at this point is get ourselves ready and prepared for what we know is coming. And I think on some level, that asshole had to know we weren't giving him the book. We weren't going to give him what he wanted. I'm going to keep working at that thing. It's basically what I've been doing day and night since we got it. Hopefully there's something in there that we can use to beat back these assholes. But until then, well, only other option we've got is to see what the higher-ups, the big brains upstairs have got planned. But at this point, that's more your guys' territory than it is mine. If I'm being honest, I don't think the Army Commander likes me that much. Thinks I'm a little too close to Andy. Probably doesn't like the fact I call her Andy.
Tony's voice is starting to blend with Mikail's.
If I just get low enough,
You gotta get in that. It's more.
If I whisper like this, it just kind of gets into that low registry.
Oh shit.
That
was less than a few seconds. They can't sue us.
I can cut it out. That's why we don't do this live.
So they let's
Let's
go.
If you
Go
got
talk to the people upstairs.
yeah. If you've got that's kind of the group activity for the day. Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Did we set up the harp already, right?
The harp was set up
Okay.
in the
Good.
main room.
Karma wanted to get the just super quick the portrait that she took from home set up in her room just super fast.
Okay, that's easy enough. We'll say
she
when you were doing
she's
when you were doing your shopping the other day, you were able to get it framed.
yeah. She
and
wanted to
hung
get
up.
it framed and hung up
That's easy. That's
above
fair
her
enough.
desk.
Okay, yeah, it's there and it's hanging.
Okay.
Before we leave, I want to just leave a note on Draft Store that just says yes.
Okay. Easy enough. As soon as you clear the corner to walk downstairs, you hear her door open and close very quickly, and you hear another little a little squeak, just another little happy squeak. And with that, you guys are able to head up to the High District of Neverwinter. You make your way through the grand halls, your feet clicking on the polished marble. You head to a different room this time. This time you head to... This is really going to date me as well. Have all of you guys seen the first Zorro movie with Antonio Banderas?
Yes.
No.
No.
Fuck, okay. There's a beautiful set piece in that film where they're showing off the map of California at the time in the 1850s or something, or the 1830s, where they're trying to buy it off of Mexico, and it's this beautiful ornate set, but it doesn't really work now. You're in this beautiful auditorium room. There's some seating in the rafters, and there's a large circular table, and then on the wall with curtains drawn, there's a large canvas map of the entire coast of Faerun. It's about like a good like 20 feet tall, and about like 20 feet. Well, it's a 20 by 20 map. It's huge, and you see like markers and things on the map of like troop placements and movements. It's like kind of like a planning sort of area, and you can see the various things that are going on with troop movements for Neverwinter, the troop movements for the Legion, and High Lady Andromeda is there, and the Lord Commander of the City Watch is there, and they acknowledge both of you as they enter. High Lady Andromeda gives you all a soft smile and beckons you to join them as they sit down. It's like, welcome. I'm happy you all were able to join us today. I suppose the first question would be if you've discovered anything that might help us in our planning of the defense of the city. Or really anything that's going to help us.
I made Mikail cry.
I don't know what to do with that information.
Neither do we.
Isaac's just so proud of himself.
It's like for the first time I got him to blink. The Lord Commander just kind of looks at you. It's like, yes, well, as helpful as emotional distress towards our enemy is, we must approach and face the reality of our situation, which is we are hopelessly outnumbered. We are without many allies, and he locks eyes with you, Amiria. And you can kind of feel like beneath like your shirt, like the soft thrum of the dragon scale. And we are but a mere few weeks away from the idea of defense becoming reality. So, and he points to he grabs like kind of like a long stick and starts pointing to the map.
I literally can't help but think about this right now because you were talking about her like rubbing the dragon scale and her like just I want to be like I want someone to show up and be like, we have an army, and then like pull out this, we have a dragon because it's green like the Hulk. Like that's all I can think about. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Monster.
The dragon just comes out and like whoops his ass.
Yeah. The High Lord Commander, he points at it as like, we have gathered our forces as much as we can within the city itself. We have enough food with rationing to last a little over a year. But our problem does not lie with outlasting them. Our problem lies with what they bring with them. And he moves like his pointer stick over to the Legion army. It's like, beyond their troops, which outnumber us 50,000 to 15, they obviously have the artifacts working against us, but they have found something else, some sort of power source, they have found something that amplifies their own magics, their own powers.
Is it another artifact?
We have accounted for all the artifacts, but there's something here that is giving them additional power beyond just what the artifacts can do. And Eisen and Karma, please roll me Arcana checks with advantage.
Oh. Reminds me, I need to re-roll my parts.
Lucky you had advantage.
Yeah, roll a 1 on the first one. I have a flat. I rolled a 19, luckily, on the second one.
Okay, 19.
Arcana.
Yes.
I rolled a my highest roll was a 15 plus 5, so that's a modified 20.
Okay.
rolled
Both
my
of you
456.
like both of you like hear what like the description he's giving is like kind of like going on in a long rambling description of just like, you know, it's like greater arcane powers, the like the charging, like almost like the doubling or tripling of power, and like the charging or improvement of magicians, and then it like hits you like almost like a bolt of lightning, like kind of like splitting through your skull, and you realize like, oh shit, the Legion has found some of the gems.
Oh, the sapphires?
No, not
Fuck.
not the sapphires, the actual gems,
The things that we...
the gems that match with the artifacts.
The noble,
The things that we found and would give to Tony, and Tony would give us a cool
the noble stones,
know.
the
Yes.
stones of the noble houses.
Yes, they have found. They have found on some level, just like the description that he is giving in terms of what it's done. These match descriptions of the powers that the noble stones have, because you guys never found all of them.
We didn't find all of them. Shit. Okay. Fuck.
Amiria, you can actually roll a history check for me, please. Because you're pretty well traveled, so you might be aware of this.
8.
8.
No.
Magic
know
is
shit.
magic bad.
Magic bad.
You have a +4 to history too. Fuck.
Yeah, I rolled a 4. I wasted all my good rolls being sexy earlier, and it's biting me in the ass.
Listen, you looked really sexy, and you have a date tonight. Like that's a win.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a win in any D&D game. Fuck the big bad guy. I've got a date.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Eisen and Karma. It's just like it's like the stone drops into the pit of your stomach, just like, oh shit.
Is Tony there?
No, he specifically did not
Okay.
come with you because the High Lord Commander doesn't like him.
Oh, that's right.
He doesn't like the friendly relationship he has with the president of Neverwinter.
We might.
And
have-
Andromeda actually kind of like hears Karma's like, is there something that you know that we don't? Please tell me there's something that you know that we don't.
We do.
They found
Unfortunately.
something that helps.
So when we first started on this giant quest of saving the world that we didn't know about yet, we found
You're
these
just
stones
doing a
of the
job.
noble things. What are they called? What are they
we
called
were
again?
Guarding a wagon.
We were
A wagon!
We were. That's what I'm saying. Like we didn't know what the fuck we were. Okay.
They were the insignia stones of the noble houses of the Northern Empire.
I don't even remember how I met Eisen.
Craigslist.
How did
Fantasy Craigslist?
fantasy?
No, that is how they met on the Adventure Zone.
I'm pretty sure we made
I was
that
over
joke.
on the bench.
No, the Adventure Zone made that up. The gnome they met on taco.
Okay, anyway.
Magnus, they met on Craigslist. The gnomes list.
So those. We first found these things. They're like the insignia stones of the noble houses of the North. That's right.
I don't know if it's
right?
all over the North or, but either way, there's like, they're noble houses. I don't know if it's exclusive to the North, but like.
Okay. Anyway, they enhance and increase power, and they kind of coincide with the WMDs.
Weapons
the
mass
Tatis.
destruction. Weapons mass destruction.
What are we calling them?
Tatas.
Tatas. The Tatas.
It's like Andromeda goes from like hopeful to terrified to like confused, and then just a little bit like, oh, I remember who I'm dealing with. The fucking boner squad is here. As soon as she hears Tatas, it's like,
Hey,
oh,
we never actually came up with an official group name, so as far as we know, we're just the tipsy table
For the boner squad.
tits.
No, you're the boner squad.
it's just like, oh right, fucking goof dildo over here.
It has been 2.5 minutes, and we've made multiple of the Adventure Zone references.
We have.
You know what I haven't
We're
done in a
not
long
wrong,
time?
though.
Made a reference to...
Yeah, haven't made a DBZ reference in a while.
DBZ reference in a while.
R.I.P.
Rip.
she's like kind of like nods, like she's like, so these enhanced
Taught us.
magical these enhanced magical abilities and the artifacts themselves. That's bad. That's very bad.
Yes.
You mentioned that you had found some on your journey.
Yes.
Do you still have them?
That would be
No.
the Tony department.
Tony has them.
You watch as she like kind of walks away for a second, and then
Why would I hold on to it? I didn't know what it was.
she like kind of like takes a step back to like try to get some privacy, then stops, and then she's like she casts. You see she casts sending. She starts to cast sending. You would recognize this Karma because of the components. She starts to cast sending. It's like, Tony, if your ass isn't here in 2 minutes, I will burn down your tower. And she stops the message.
Nice.
And about 90 seconds goes by, and then there's like a popping sound, and Tony appears in like a half dressed kind of. He's got like the velvet robe on, like he was very clearly like relaxing or something. So he's got like a velvet robe on, but like also like his like regular pants and like sort of stuff underneath, and he's like, "You rang. I was in the middle of taking a bath, by the way. Thank you very much." And Lady Andromeda's like, just to ensure that we're not absolutely fucked, you would still happen to hold on to the, and she looks at Eisen, the insignia stones of the northern houses? And Tony, like, kind of, like, looks at you, Eisen, and it's like, what are you going spilling the beans on my little side project, my dude?
Well, first of all, you never said not to talk about them. Second of all, we think the enemy has some.
Lead with that next time. Yes, we still have... Fuck, how many did you guys find? 3? I think you found 3.
I think so.
Yeah, you found 3.
There was one that we just kind of fucking found in the
Found
cave
one.
of Clark or whatever.
Yeah, you found one there.
And then there was one that was in the...
Castle.
No, there was one that I was saying that there was one
Kingdom
that...
of the Ember. Yeah,
there
you
was
found
one
3.
with the bolt spear in that treasure planet pit with all the gold, where I was like, oh no, Eisen's hurt, all while shoving gold inside the fanny pack.
Ah, yeah, that's
One of the
right.
most iconic moments I've ever had.
That's right.
Oh no, Eisen.
Just like scoop, scoop, scoop,
Back
scoop,
when
scoop, scoop,
Karma
scoop.
could not care less.
Yeah.
Now she cares.
So yeah, I think you found... No, you would have had to find 4, I think, because you found... Did you... I thought you... No, you did not find 1. No, yeah, you found 4. You have found 4. You found 1 with Clark, 1 in the Money Pit, Kingdom of Embers, and Castle in the Clouds. You guys have found 4. It's like, Tony's like, yes, we have 4 of what we assume to be 7 that match with the artifacts themselves. So, he kind of snaps his fingers, and like a little portable hole opens up next to him. He reaches in, pulls out like a very ornate sort of chest, opens it up. All 4 of them are sitting there shining, and then this is new for all of you because you guys had only seen them individually. Since they're all close together, you see a very soft, ethereal glow sort of like pulsing from within each stone as they're sitting next to each other. It's like, would you like them now or later? And Lady Andromeda's like, I trust you to know what to do with them. And Tony's like, great. Snaps the thing closed and just tosses the box to you, Karma. It's like, here you go.
Grabs.
Y'all chuckle fucks are probably going to be the ones who need these more than I do. So if you need me, I'll be going back to studying a book that I don't know how to read. Bye. And he pops back out of existence, back towards what you assume to be his tower. Karma, please mark that you have the, you can just mark 4 stones of power.
Boy, howdy.
Mm-hmm. At some point, if you'd like to cast, So I don't think any of you actually did this. None of you have cast Identify on these yet. You just
I don't have that.
Yeah, you just
Grandma
grabbed.
does.
I will do it right now.
You just grabbed them and left.
I cast Identify.
We were like, hey, Tony gives us cool shit. Let's
True. In classic adventuring status, it's just like, wait, if I give this to somebody, I get free magic items? That's just expensive. Classic RPG tropes. All right. As you cast,
where's my cute cat boy?
as you cast Identify,
Aw, he's a very cute cat boy.
as you cast Identify on these stones,
He's
Karma,
adorable.
you identify them. They are what are they're
How many
similar.
do I have?
You have 4. You have it was red, blue, green, and I think
Wasn't the one from the castle in the sky like it was like a whitish, almost kind of?
I think it was like almost
ethereal color?
yeah, it was like diamondish. So
Yeah.
it's like almost clear diamond like if I'm remembering correctly.
People who have listened to the whole series are like it's like some other color.
It's gonna be
like,
some other. It's gonna be
It was
some other
like-
color, and you know
they're
what?
like-
Scream at me in the comments. All right, we've been doing this for
Someone
3
else
years.
tell us what this is. I don't remember.
I don't
anything.
have Danny Carr. Okay, I don't have a lore keeper. I do this all myself, and I have ADHD. Help! Somebody remember for me.
All right. There, I have Stones of Power.
Yeah. So as you cast Identify on them, you identify you. They don't have like a really a name or anything, but they resonate in a very similar way to the Star Sapphire that you guys had found. They're just immense repositories of magical energy. And Karma, as you reach out and touch, which one would you like to touch? Which gem?
She's gonna touch the one that looks diamondy.
Okay, as you reach out and you touch that, and you like wrap your hand around it, you feel your entire body charged with magical power, and it like rushes through you, and it's like it's not a dissimilar feeling for when you when you like your spells come back to you after like your arcane recovery or something like that, but just on a level beyond anything you've ever felt before. Kind of like in your life. And as you like hold the stone in one hand, you watch as like the veins of your arm light up with like a silvery ethereal energy. And as you like look at and you like see it's lit up your entire body. And like you just like momentarily just like think of any spell you would like to cast. Think of any spell.
Mind Spike.
Mind Spike. As you think of the spell, you feel its power reach beyond the most powerful that you can even like, you know how powerful spells get. And you can feel that if you were to cast this, it would cast beyond what any spell could do. And as you like reach deep, deep, deep down and you're trying to just like comprehend and feel this gem, please roll me an Arcana check.
Plus Ultra.
We'll see if you're able to understand it.
Oh, that's right. I have like a +5. 15.
15. You kind of like dive through like every bit of arcane knowledge you have, and you finally spark on a memory you don't even really remember having, but just touching this gem feels like unlocking it. And you remember being instructed you remember instruction that shouldn't exist or that's impossible for you to have received, but this gem can either be combined with one of the artifacts to unlock its true power, or as a spellcaster, it allows you to cast one spell beyond all magical power or comprehension, or it allows you to completely regenerate yourself and all of your spell power. So mechanically what this means is that if you have emptied every spell slot you have, you can draw the power from this gem to refill every spell slot.
Holy shit.
Is this
Or-
only one of the gems? So each gem does something different?
You don't know. She's only reached out for one.
Which one was it?
The white gem.
The white
Okay.
gem.
Or you can cast a spell at the equivalent of 12th level. So whatever sort of damaging spell that would be, you could cast it at what the 12th level equivalent would be. You can cast a spell beyond nature, beyond the magical nature that exists in the world. You can basically tear the fabric of reality apart.
And the thing is destroyed upon that use.
You're not entirely sure. All you get is what the gem does. You don't know what the consequences are of it. You'd have to take more time to study these if you wanted to.
We'll should definitely be doing that later.
Okay.
These are very powerful rocks. We touched these. We touched these already. Why is it just now I'm figuring what it's... we had touched these when we handed them off to Tony. Why didn't this happen before?
Lady Andromeda kind of pipes up, possibly because they need to be together to function? Like,
Well, clearly there's more. Clearly there's more of them, so they're not all together.
Maybe we weren't. I mean, for the lack of a better, like, strong enough to wield them. So, if maybe to anyone else who touches them, they seem like normal stones. But if you have the power to wield them, then you might possibly. I don't know.
the Lord Commander pipes up, there are stories from the north, legends of what the old empire was able to do and the magic they wielded at their fingertips. Most of it lost to history and time, so unfortunately there are just things out there in the world that we just don't understand anymore. Whatever the case, these seem to be powerful aids in what will be a deadly fight.
And our plan is still to just meet them at the city? Like, have them come here?
It is our most defensible position. Open combat gives their numbers advantage, and it's a fight we cannot win. We can maybe make a fight of it at the city.
And when are we evacuating the city?
Evacuations are already underway to Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep, other areas of the countryside. They will be here in 3 or so weeks.
That's far away. Wait a fucking minute. Was my attunement interrupted for coming to this meeting?
Technically. You can split an attunement up over time.
Well, most attunements take place over a short rest. Like, you literally attune.
Also,
It is a staff of power.
the
You need to spend a total of 24 hours worth of time to do this, but you would have spent 8 hours. Oh, shit. Okay, well, I'm not going to take any of your rolls back, but anything you roll, skill check-wise, Karma should be at disadvantage because you are exhausted.
I thought it was saving throws.
What does level 1... Oh, no, you're right. That is level 2 exhaustion. It's just saving throws. You're right.
Yes, and I haven't had a roll a saving throw yet.
Yeah. That's on me. But yeah, so you have 8 of your 24 hours. Well, no, because you started it yesterday. We'll say you're at 12 of 24
Cool.
at this point. Sorry, Isaac, continue.
Also, we have something that we probably should discuss. We have a book in our possession that Mikail wants very badly. We're still not exactly sure what to do with it. Obviously, we're not giving it to him.
The Lord Commander's like, it's a book. Burn it.
Can't do that.
Is it made of paper and leather?
No, like,
Those things generally catch fire.
Have you seen Lord of the Rings? It's kind of like The Ring.
I love that play.
Love that play. The extended 12-hour festival version way better than the run that was in the theater. Oh, fuck. We make too many pop culture references.
I don't care.
Andromeda kind of like smacks him on the leg. It's like, well, whatever you do with the book, make sure he doesn't get what he wants.
The reason I bring this up is we're wondering whether we should keep it within the city or try to draw them out with it or something. We wanted to...
Is this the book that Tony just referenced when he was being an asshole here earlier?
Yes.
As loath as I am to say this, it is probably safest with him for the time being. He'll know what to do to get rid of it if need be.
Fair enough. Just wanted to get you in the loop.
We appreciate it. Listen, all of you, she looks at all three of you, you're all very skilled and powerful individuals, and we will rely on you when the time comes. So, she reaches into her desk and pulls out like a small box, and in it are 3 insignias of the city of Neverwinter. The eye, an open eye with a sword, kind of like bisecting it, so it's like an eye set against the pommel of a sword.
So the Inquisition symbol
Neverwinter did it first.
from Dragon Age.
Neverwinter did it first. But yes, sure, like however you want to do. I'm borrowing this. I'm borrowing this symbol from Neverwinter Nights, which was like 1998 or something.
Great game.
Excellent game. It just got re-released in like HD. Anyway, and she hands it to all 3 of you. It's like, these are symbols that represent you as commanders of the defense of the city. You will work with the guard. You will work with the High Lord Commander here. He gives you all a very, like, sort of like tense, like, smile. And we appreciate all of you and all the aid you will give to the city. And she looks at you, Eisen, and she looks at you, Eisen, very, she looks at you and is like, perhaps you will feel you will have earned your original reward.
Let's hope we live to that point.
Hear, hear.
I just feel like it. And then suddenly the great doors open and... Oh god, I wish I could remember his name. But the guy from Airplane walks in and goes, hey, I just want to let you all know. Good luck. We're all counting on you. And then the doors close.
It's like the doors open and like a battered Viggo Mortensen walks through. It's like Helm's Deep. Is there any other questions that you guys might have? Otherwise, the meeting is sort of signaled to be over.
The fuck do the rest of those stones do, Karma?
I don't fucking know. I haven't checked. Working on it. Jeez.
She has to attune to a staff. She has to
know.
study some rocks. She's got
Karma,
busy.
you got a full plate.
She got a busy day ahead of her.
It's a bitch being the most magical bitch. Now I guess I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Amiria?
Nah, I'm good.
The benefit of being 8 intelligence is just like, I go do the thing. I hit.
Yep.
All right. Well, your meeting only lasts, a couple hours or so it's still mid-afternoon. If the rest of you have anything you wish to do today, other than we already know what Amiria's plans are.
I'm assuming the armor wouldn't be done by now.
No, he said it was going to take a couple of days, so you're still probably like 2 or 3 days before that's done. Karma, I assume you're going to just study the stones?
Yes.
All right. Well, as you all head home with heavy thoughts...
But then I'm also going to continue attuning.
Yes. You can only do one thing at a time, though. So it's either stones or attunement.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Yeah. So as you all begin to head back to the tavern, thoughts and minds a little heavier with what you have awaiting you. That is where we're going to end our episode for this session. Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Dances with Dice. Please follow us on all social medias at Dances with Dice. And when you use the hashtag DWDcast or DWDart when you talk about the show, we will use you as named NPCs. Thank you all for joining us again, and join us every single Tuesday for another episode of Dances with Dice.